I came here actually because I was in a car wreck and I'd never had an experience like that before. I got pretty bad whiplash. It was really affecting, honestly, the entirety of my life. I'm an actor and a performer and a singer, and so it was affecting my business as well as my personal life. I couldn't sleep. I was in a lot of pain in my neck, even in my lower back. I was having digestive issues. I was having headaches for the first time in my life. All of these things were colliding at once and just causing this insane level of stress and frustration that I'd really never experienced. After the car accident, I actually didn't really meet with any other doctors. I got lucky enough to have a roommate who had worked with Dr. Murray and Atlas before and spoke incredibly highly. And I trust her with my life because she's a circus artist, so if anybody knows their body, she does. And at first I was hesitant because it was something I'd never heard of before, nor knew anyone else that had had that experience, but she spoke with such confidence that I thought, okay, I gotta try this thing. And I'm really grateful I did. I had no idea what to expect, but I knew a little bit about chiropractics from my parents. I knew that they were really picky about what chiropractors they'd been to. So going to Atlas was strange because as soon as I got here, I heard that there wasn't popping and cracking, and Dr. Murray showed me the basics of like how adjustments are done. I still was a little hesitant because I thought, well, how can it be this easy? I didn't know how such a light touch could make such a big difference, but I mean, the x-rays were proof. I remember after my first correction, I didn't realize he was done. And yet I felt relief. It took me a minute. I sat up and I felt a little dizzy and a little disoriented. And then all of a sudden, it just felt as if everything in my body relaxed. My breath came back in a much easier way. And I noticed I started to sleep better. It took a while for me to be able to go time without needing an adjustment twice a week. But at some point, I started only needing it once a week. And I noticed that I could start to tell when I went out. And he would go, "You are correct." And it felt so nice to be able to feel like I had a clearer understanding of what was happening in my body. And also notice that I was making progress. Even if it was subtle, it's not like you get immediate results, maybe like you might with the popping and cracking. I don't know, I've never done it, but I really could tell that I was genuinely healing, not just getting a quick fix. Being able to have x-rays and literal millimeters of numbers to confirm where my spine was sitting and where my neck was sitting on my head, I think I might have convinced my dad to try it. So I think that's pretty big. For anyone who is remotely considering starting care with Atlas Brain and Spine or is interested in learning more about NUCCA, take the leap because trust me, it will be worth it. It will take time and it will take patience, but you're gonna get better results, I think, than probably any other form of care. You can go from doctor to doctor to doctor to doctor trying to get medication, which is usually what a doctor's gonna do, is give you meds to help you fix the pain, but it's not a fix, it's just a bandage. And I didn't want a bandage, I wanted to actually heal and get back to a point where I did feel like me again. And NUCCA, I think, is one of those new incredible ways of care that, despite not being very known right now, I think it's going to take the world by storm over the next decade or so. We're starting to learn so much more about the connection between your brain and your stomach and the rest of your body and how your nervous system functions. And I only think that all of that research is going to support NUCCA as being one of the top places to receive care, especially when you're in pain. It's not worth it to just wait and try and get answers from people who don't necessarily understand how to heal you. Go to NUCCA. Trust me, you will absolutely find it valuable. I'm Jennifer Holcomb, and thank you so much to Atlas Brain and Spine for helping me to feel like me again.